Hey guys, I just want to do another one on baked beans. Since they launched the token, and things have been going really well with this thing. I just wanted to share some numbers and what you might expect. That's one thing about baked beans. They don't have like a calculator. There's no, they say you're going to get 8% and the community's all about the 6-to-1 ratio of reinvesting versus withdrawing. So I just wanted to show you what you could expect. I saw somebody say, it'll take 8 weeks to be able to get your initial investment out, and that's not quite true. And I just want to share the actual numbers behind it. As you can see, somebody said, I'm not like trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I think it's more of an education thing. People need to understand how this works. Like somebody says, I'll start doing 6-to-1 when my earnings are large. Somebody's like, well, they'll never be large because you're not basically compounding. I understand what they're saying is they want to wait until they get, 0.5 BNB until they start doing that. But I mean, it's actually faster if you just start compounding from day one. And I can show that. So I think a lot of it is just, just education around how this thing works. Because really, I mean, the FAQ doc and other things, there's not a lot around it. I mean, especially since, you come to the site and there's some links to the contract, the group, and their Twitter. And you have to go to those to find the FAQ doc because it's not linked anywhere here. So I think a lot of people just come here and just kind of look at this and put in some BNB, and they might just start withdrawing. They don't even know about or understand the 6-to-1 rule. I guess 6-to-1 suggestion. And, that's something very important. So, help this thing be maintained. Balance is creeping up close to 3,000 BNB. So, I mean, this thing has almost doubled in the last few weeks, which is great. As long as people just kind of stick that rule and there continues to be new investment. But also there's miners behind the scenes here, so it's not just new investment that's running this. With that, they launched their token, which right now the only utility behind it is when you're buying the token, you're actually you're depositing into the baked beans miner. So it really helps and supports the miner when you're buying tokens, and others do as well. So it's not just there's deposits that go into this. There's mining of altcoins that also help support this balance, and now they did the token. And so let's get into the numbers. I did a quick spreadsheet. Let me change this tax because that's not right. The tax on this is 3%. It's 3% invest, 3% withdraw. So if I took one BNB and stuck it in, and then for 6 days, I just compounded, which means you just rebake every day, which basically you're compounding your earnings. While you're compounding your investment that's in baked beans, which makes more in the future. So for instance, you put in one, you're gonna have a 0.3% or a 3% tax. So this is your interest from your first day. And that interest, when you rebake that, it goes into your quote unquote principal. These are actually shown as beans on the front end. And if you rebake that again, you'll get a little more interest, 0.0766 or 776 to 0.83808. So I mean, it went up a little bit. So each day that's going to keep going up a little bit as long as you keep compounding. So you're earning a little more each day. That's the power of compounding. If you just take this and withdraw every day, you're going to withdraw, that times 30, you're not going to get nearly as much, or 28 in 28 days. So by day 7, you can take out, a little more than, a tenth of a B&B, almost a 12th of a B&B. So that's on day 7. You actually you're gonna withdraw something, and then you're gonna go back into compounding every day for 6 days. And then on the 14th day, you're almost 19th of a B&B. And compounding just keeps building until day 28. You're almost to a half a B&B, and you withdraw your principal. So it takes 28 days to withdraw your principal from the contract. This is assuming, this is 8%, assuming the contract stays healthy, it stays up around 8% every day. But you can see after 28 days, your balance that you're compounding from is now, 6x that initial investment that's sitting there building. And pretty soon, by day 42, every week you're compounding, you're actually withdrawing more than what you initially invested, and that's on day 42. Day 56, you're 8 weeks in, you actually withdraw 3 times as much as you invested. So in 8 weeks, you've actually withdrawn almost 8 B&B of an investment of 1. And that is following the 6-to-1 rule. So a lot of people think it's like prohibitive, and it's not, not very, lucrative. It's not a very good investment. But I mean, that's pretty good. And I mean, if you just keep compounding that for, months later, obviously this is still, considered very high risk. However, it is more sustainable than just a straight ROI DApp because this has utility behind it. And as also part of this video, let's look at one I can't remember if his launcher is launching. Vineyard. Let's look at the website here. This is basically a straight copy. I mean, you can kind of see everything is the same. It's basically a straight copy on the Polygon network. They just copied things over. The crazy thing about this is these deposit fees. Instead of 3%, it's 8%. But I'm not even sure about that. I'll have to look at the contract. So I mean, that can really hurt things, and we can have a look at that. Yeah. I just want to see the code, because what they're saying and what the audit says are 2 different things. Yeah, there's the dev fee value. Yeah, it's actually, I think it's actually 16% because it's marked here as 16%, and I don't think they divide that in 2. And also, if we look at the audit, it says the deposit fee is 16% and the withdrawal fee is 16%. That's really, really high. And yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. So, yeah, so this is the audit from Hayes Crypto on this. Because those fees are so high, I don't know, it just kind of ruins it, because it's no longer a long-term sustainable thing. It's trying to fit it back down into an ROI DApp, which it's not. I'm not trying to spread FUD on another thing. I'm just trying to provide the facts of what's happening here. Yeah, and it's got details about this, but I'm not too interested in this because of those high fees. Let's change this. Let's say we'll just keep the value of 1. Let's change the taxes to 16%. By day 28, you still haven't reached your initial investment because You're being taxed going in and you're getting that same tax going out. So it just takes more. Down here, instead of almost being 8, you've almost hit 6. You know, that takes away, you know, yeah, it takes, yeah, it's pretty much 36% of your, or sorry, 32% of your investment is gone because it's went to dev fees. That's just really high, and I don't think it's sustainable. If you know the history of baked beans, they actually did get close to hitting 0 on a contract balance once when they were early on, and they kind of, I think that's kind of when they started doing the 6-to-1 rule, and it's basically saved it and also made it sustainable. But if you take and let's see, that's more than quadrupling the tax on it. You know, it's either that those devs better be, you know, dumping all that tax into the contract, or yeah, if they're not doing that, then it's probably not going to be very sustainable. But yeah, for now, you know, I'm going to stick with the original. You know, I would love to see a miner similar to it on Matic, and hopefully something like that is coming soon. And with that, yeah, guys, I'm kind of sticking with the original here, and I just want to show you the numbers, what you can expect, because a lot of people don't understand what that 6-to-1 would look like, and they probably just jump into it and probably just start withdrawing. And yeah, I mean, I understand if you want to get something back and stuff like that, but this is one way to go that, you know, you both make a lot. You know, it might take you a few weeks to really get it moving, but it's how you know, really compound and use that compound interest in your favor. Anyway, guys, I just want to show you some numbers, and leave any comments below if you have them. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.